Hello, wild mamas and friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Wild Mama Podcast. I'm Tiff, your host, and we are welcoming a very special guest today, Lotus Hinton. Woo, woo. My 6-year-old son, my youngest son, right? You're the youngest? Do you like being the youngest?
Yes.
Yes? How come? You gotta sit up.
That I have older siblings.
You got older siblings. Do you want to have younger siblings? Probably? Okay, nice. Awesome. So, Lolo, you're 6 years old, right? What's something that you feel like you're learning right now as a 6-year-old about yourself? You keep sitting back. What's something you're learning about yourself? What's something you're enjoying?
Getting to go to more of the better after school classes.
Oh, like which one?
Like all around athletes.
All around athletes? Tell the people what all around athletes is, because they might not know what that is.
It's like an after school class that you could go to after middle school.
Mm-hmm.
You could, and it's like sports.
So you learn different sports. Do you have a favorite sport that you're learning, or that you've been learning the last?
Football.
Football? You like football? Is there one you think you're particularly good at?
Football.
Nice. Throwing the football, catching the football? Both. Nice. So you feel like you're good at football? Yeah? That's good. Awesome. So Lolo, Mother's Day is right around the corner. So I'm gonna ask you some questions.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by right around the corner? Oh, it's very close by. Like in a few weeks, it's gonna be Mother's Day. Woo woo. Why do you think mommies are important?
Because they hold the grandmother earth inside of them.
Oh, because they hold grandmother earth inside of them? What do you mean by that? Is it because we're like grandmother earth? Because we create things?
Yeah.
Okay.
You created Wild Mama Voices.
I did create Wild Mama Voices. That's right. So it's like mothers have the ability to create things, just like grandmother earth. If mothers didn't carry grandmother earth inside them, would you be here? You would be?
I don't know. I do not know.
Well, do you think if mothers didn't exist, how would people be born?
No one would be born.
Yeah, no one would be born. At least not yet, but technology's not there yet. Okay, so mothers are important because we hold grandmother earth inside of us. That's really powerful to say. So for you and me, we've been working on our relationship for a long time, right? At least 6 years.
My whole life.
Your whole life?
I've been alive for 6.5.
Yeah, you've been alive for 6.5 years, and we've been working on our relationship ever since, right? What's something that you and I have been working on together for our relationship to make it better?
I don't know. What?
What's something that you...
I have a question.
Okay, ask a question.
Why do you think mothers are so important?
Oh, why do I think mothers are so important?
And also, why did you create Wild Mama Voice?
Okay. Okay, one question at a time. So, why do I think mothers are so important? I think mothers are so important because I have this phrase that I say, mothers are the roots of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard me say that before?
Yeah.
Mothers are the roots of the earth. So
you say it all the time at Wild Mama.
Yeah, so I think mothers are important because...
It's because they born everything.
Yeah, they create life, right? And also because when you think about roots, roots go really deep into the ground. And when roots go in the ground, what becomes possible? What can grow if the roots are deep?
Oh, plant.
Yeah, plant and trees.
Because the roots hold the plants up.
That's right.
The roots are the plant's base.
Yeah, that's right. So if you have strong, deep, nourished, healthy roots, you can have lots and lots and lots of healthy, big trees, like the whole forest, the whole ecosystem, right? So when mothers are well, when mothers are nourished, when mothers are cared for,
like,
what gets to grow?
1,000,000 trees.
1,000,000 trees, which is
kabillion trees.
Kabillion trees, all the kids,
a jillion trees.
All the nations.
A jillion trees.
Yeah, a jillion trees.
7
and then what are
trees.
those trees? What do those trees give to everyone?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
And they kill carbon dioxide.
Yeah, so that's basically life, right? It gives life, right? If the roots are all sick and the roots are not able to grow,
there would not be 70 jillion trees.
Yeah, all the trees will die, right?
And I know at some point the earth will explode because the sun explodes.
Because too hot? Yeah.
At one point, it's going to explode the core.
Yeah, so the atmosphere can't really handle not having the oxygen in the trees. It helps balance the ecosystem, right? So roots are a very fundamental, important part of the whole system.
If any fire from the sun would be able to start a wildfire, it would always be like Maui's wildfire.
Yeah.
Because I think possibly there could be like a little bit of sun's fire crashed into Maui.
Yeah. So Lolo, roots, when mamas are the roots of the earth, all of our, not only ourselves, we can grow into our own trees, but also our kids, our keiki, our families, our communities can also grow, because mothers help feed everyone and everything. And all the roots, they talk to each other. So when all the mamas talk to each other and all the mamas are well and they feed each other, our whole ecosystem all around the world can be better. Does that make sense? So that's why I believe mothers are important. Does that answer your question? What was your second question?
Why did you start the
Wild Mama? Yeah. So, you want to hear a crazy story? I don't know if you know what this is. Do you know what a cult is? It's a crazy, crazy organization that is usually like a church.
What?
And when I was 16, did you know that I was...
Do you know his age?
What?
Hens's age.
Oh yeah, Hens's age. So when I was Hens's age, I was brought into what's called a cult, a crazy cult. And they had me get married at 20 years old.
What's a cult?
So a cult is like a church that really doesn't have the best intentions for people.
Oh, you got married at 20 years old?
Yeah, you didn't know
Wait,
that?
oh yeah, you got married with Ruben.
Yeah, at 20 years old, right? But at 22 years old...
2 years later.
2 years later, guess what? I had your sister. I had Hens at 22 years old. That's only 8 years. That's only 8 years older than what Hens is right now. That's pretty young, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I became a mom really, really young while in this cult. And it was pretty challenging to become a mom that young. I was still in college. I was in college.
I never knew you went to college.
Yeah, I went to college. But I was in college and I was going to have a baby and I was already married. It's kind of like a lot of things to be all at one time.
Aren't you allowed to get married at 18?
Yeah, but I don't recommend it. It's pretty young. But so mommy became a mom really young. And so when I was young, you know, a lot of times, Lolo, when you become a parent, or especially when you become a mom, society tends to tell you that your dreams don't matter anymore, that all you need to do is raise your kids. That any of your dreams, here, focus, any of your dreams, they don't matter anymore. That you should only be a mother, and that's it. And so I was only 22 though. So do you think it makes much sense for me to have my life kind of be over already at 22? It's kind of young. So I had to figure out how to be a great mom and figure out what my dreams were and what I wanted to do with my life, and figure out.
What do you mean by my dreams?
Like my dreams, like the things that I want to accomplish in my life.
Oh, like your dreams come true.
Yeah, my dream come trues, yes. So figure out what my dream were.
Was one of them creating a job?
A job for myself? Yeah. Yeah, so I had to figure out 3 things. I wanted to figure out how to be a great mom, figure out how to realize my dreams, and then also heal. Do you know what it means to heal? What does it mean to heal?
Like what?
What do you think it means to heal?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I'm asking if you know what it means. If not, I can share.
Heal?
Yeah.
What heal means?
Yeah, what heal?
Like the bone or what?
Yeah.
Or the feel better.
Yeah. But there's a heal that is also inside you. So you remember how we talked maybe like a couple weeks ago about your inner kind of person? Maybe there's a little bit of tension in there. Like there's a little bit of like your inner person maybe isn't always so happy, right?
Like what?
Like the inner person, like what'd you call it before? Your inner body? You know how you said your inner body is sometimes like a little bit like, bah, you know, not always super happy. So our inner body sometimes also needs healing, just like when we get a scratch, it needs to heal. Our inner body.
Like when I had to go to 2 urgent cares in the ER.
Yeah.
For my toe.
Yeah, but this is for your inner person, your soul, your heart. Like if you feel pain inside of you, like emotionally, sometimes we need healing when we go through hard things. Does that make sense? So healing can be physically on the outside of your skin, but it also can be inside of you, like inside your heart and in your soul, in your inner body. Does that make sense? So mommy, when I was young, I had to try to figure out how to do all those things while being young. And it was a really hard journey. It wasn't easy to figure out how to do that. And so I eventually, when I figured it out a little bit more, I then decided to create Wild Mamas so that I could help other mamas who are probably also who are also maybe struggling like I was. So ultimately I created Wild Mama to help mamas realize their dreams, be great mamas, and heal. Just like me. Does that make sense? What do you understand? What did I just say? Why did I create Wild Mama?
How am I supposed to remember that?
No. You don't have to do the whole story. Just like, what do you take away from why I created Wild Mama?
What does soul mean?
Soul?
What is your soul again?
So your soul is like... I guess some people believe we have a soul, some people don't believe. So I'm not going to say that everybody believes this, okay? But what I believe is that we have a soul, which means like a spirit that existed before our physical body. before a physical body. And so that spirit chooses to come into this life and then live through us, but in a physical body, in a human body. But you remember how you said that you felt like you were like an old man died and then his spirit came into you, like his.
No, that's not true.
Oh. But you remember how that idea that there's like a spirit that exists outside the body? That's your soul. It's the same thing.
Oh, so you could just say a soul is a spirit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know you knew what a spirit was, so. Yeah, same thing.
I know what a spirit.
Okay, okay.
You always tell me spirit, and I understand it.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I didn't know you understood that. So next time I'll just use that word. How about that? Okay. So what do you feel like, how are you understanding that I created, why I created Wild Mama? Was my explanation too complicated?
Complicated.
It was complicated, yeah. So what's a simple answer for why I created Wild Mama? Why do you think?
Why would you create it if it wasn't created? Why would you create it?
Well, so that other mamas could get help, the help that I didn't have. So I wanted to get more help when I was trying to figure things out, and there wasn't a lot of support for me. So I created Wild Mama so that mamas could have more support.
But what if you? But how do you make your money if Wild Mama doesn't give you money?
Well, I have a program that mamas pay for to join. So I make money through my program, and then I do a little bit of consulting, which is like helping other businesses. And then I'm going to be doing more business with organizations, and they're going to pay me to help the mamas in their organization. So that's how I will make money. And then we're going to sell some t-shirts. You want to buy a t-shirt?
I'm not going to have my wallet.
You don't have your wallet? Oh, okay. So does it make sense why I created Wild Mama? A little bit? So you want to ask another question? Do you have another question for me? So I really want to talk about our relationship, Lolo, because our relationship has gone through a big journey over time. Even though it's only been 6.5 years, it's still been your entire life, right? So I want to talk about our relationship. How do you feel like our relationship is doing these days? Do you think it's up, down, or kind of in the middle?
Middle.
Middle? Well, what do you think is going well with our relationship, and what do you think is not going so well?
Well, could be something that's well with I don't know what any of it are.
Well, what's going good? What do you like about our relationship right now?
I have time to spend time with you.
Yeah, so we're spending good time together? Yeah, we hug a lot. I like that. Why'd you say that? You don't think we do? You think we can hug more? Or less? What? You hug me all the time.
Less.
Less?
Less.
Okay, you want to hug less?
Less. Less. Less.
Okay. What do you think is not as good in the relationship?
I don't know.
No, we can't be putting your feet up all in the... Okay, what do I think is going well? Do you want me to answer that? What do I think is going well? Okay, what I think is going well in our relationship is I think we're communicating better. We're having better conversations and finding understanding versus getting very, very frustrated with each other. Because we can get pretty frustrated with each other. Here, sit up. Right? Yesterday we learned that you're a double fire and so am I. Right? So we both have a lot of fire. And what happens when our two fires come together?
It explodes.
It explodes. So I think that we're communicating better, and so that's going pretty well. What do I think could get better? Do you want me to answer that question?
Mm-hmm.
What do I think could get better is I actually think we could spend a little bit more quality time together. Because sometimes I think we're a
What
little
is
bit...
quality time?
Quality time is like time that is intentional. Time that...
I don't know what intentional means.
Time that we really choose to be together and focus on each other. Like, you remember that time when we went to the park and we hung out and you read and we practiced capoeira and then we went to the bakery?
Yeah.
That was quality time. It was just time for you and I, and then we just got to hang out and spend good time together. Right? Does that make sense? Do you like that kind of time together? Yeah?
Yes.
So Lola, let me ask for your advice, right? There's a lot of mamas who sometimes feel like they have to always just focus on their kid.
Wait, what?
There's a lot of mamas who think that they always have to just focus on their kid, but they can't necessarily focus on themselves.
Probably focus on yourself more.
Why?
Because you're usually focusing on your kids more than you.
Okay, but why do you think it might be helpful for them to give themselves some time to focus on them?
Wait, what?
Why do you think a mom should be okay to focus on herself and not always just on her kids?
Because you have time, but you usually use it to spend time on your kids.
Mm-hmm.
But you could always just do it with yourself.
But why do you think that's helpful? Why do you think a mommy is happier when she gives herself time to herself, or what is the benefit of her spending time with herself?
Probably.
Here, sit up.
Like spend time with yourself.
Yeah, but why is that helpful?
Probably because when I spend time on myself, I get more stuff done than I do when I focus on other people.
Yeah. So if a mommy focuses on herself, she can get more done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You think she?
And then you have more time later to focus on other people.
Yeah.
Like your kids.
Yeah. And do you think the kids will understand if she gives herself some time for herself?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you understand when I sometimes need time for myself?
Yeah.
Do you think I get happier when I have a little bit more time to myself?
Yeah. Because you always have a nap.
I always have a nap. Yeah. I'm happier after my nap. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. What do you think mothers need to know this Mother's Day? What's a message you want to send to mamas?
Wait, what?
Here, sit up.
What do I think?
What's a message that you want to give to mamas this Mother's Day? Can you sit up right here, please? Like, what's something you think mothers need to hear right now that you would like them to know?
For Mother's Day?
Yeah, or just in general.
You do it. I don't know anything.
No, it's just like, what encouragement do you have for mothers? Or what do you think mamas can remember? That they have Grandmother Earth in them? That they're allowed to spend time with themselves? That they're
You
allowed
always hold your grandmother earth inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's beautiful.
You don't only have yourself.
Mm.
You have grandmother earth
Yeah.
with you.
All of creation, the source, huh? Inside of you. Beautiful. That's a wonderful message. Is there anything else you want to talk about or say before we wrap up?
No.
Thanks for being our guest today, Lolo. Did you enjoy this conversation?
Kinda.
Kinda. Okay. I'll take that. Well, thank you. Would you like to come back on the podcast sometime, or you'll think
Sure.
about it? Sure? Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. All right. And that's a wrap. We'll see you next time.